artificial intelligence lead to job losses for everyday Americans trying to make ends meet. Our next guest, who is the CEO of one of the most powerful AI companies in the world, says we are heading for a catastrophic employment crisis that no one is talking about. Well, we are going to talk about it with Dario Amodei, who is the CEO of Anthropic. He joins me now. Dario, thank you so much for joining us. You have a critical message for us this morning. So how many job losses are we talking about here, and who is at risk?
So just to back up a bit, I've been working on AI for 10 years, and probably the thing I've noticed most about it is how fast it's making progress. 2 years ago, it was at the level of a smart high school student. Now it's probably at the level of a smart college student and reaching beyond that. And on one hand, I think there's a number of very positive things that are going to happen. I used to be a biologist. I think AI has exactly the kind of skills that are needed to cure important diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's, to provide cheaper energy, many positive things. But exactly those same kind of skills, things like summarizing a document, brainstorming, putting together a financial report, makes me worry a lot that entry-level jobs in areas like finance, consulting, tech, many other areas like that, entry-level white-collar work, I worry that those things are going to be first augmented, but before long, replaced by AI systems, and that we may indeed, it's hard to predict the future, but we may indeed have a serious employment crisis on our hands as the pipeline for these early stage white-collar work starts to contract and dry up.
What's the timeline here?
Yes, so it's very hard to predict these things given how fast, given how fast AI is making progress. But I would not be surprised if somewhere between 1 and 5 years, we started to see big effects here. You know, I've heard a number of people talk about this in private. AI CEOs talk about this in private. CEOs of other companies talk about this in private. And I really felt that, the message that this is happening hasn't been getting out to ordinary people, hasn't been getting out to our legislators, our Congress people either. And so I felt I needed to speak up on the record. I do think that this is something we can prevent this, but we need to act now. I don't think we can stop the AI bus. There are 6 or 7 companies just in the U.S. working in this area. I just run one of them. Even if our company stopped doing what it was doing today, all the other companies would continue. Even if all 6 companies started, then China would beat us. I think that's a big and important threat. So we can't stop the bus, but I do think we may have an opportunity to steer it. And I think, we need to get Congress people, legislators, the public to think about this now. One of the first steps we're taking is just measuring the effects. Anthropic has put out something that we call our economic index. And using the economic index, we try and track the rate at which these things are happening. At some point we have to go beyond measuring this to actually taking action, to trying to build our AI systems in a way that augments rather than replaces. But that won't be a long-term solution either. We need to think about what the government is going to do. And there's a wide range of actions that the government could take. And it's not my place to decide which of those are correct, but I think the first step is people need to think about this and start taking it very seriously.
Yeah, and you're talking about AI possibly wiping out all entry-level white-collar jobs and spiking unemployment to 10 to 20%. So dive into the mitigation of this a little bit more. How could we mitigate the worst possible scenario here?
Yeah, so it's hard to know the exact numbers. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future. But what I will say is I think what AI can do, there have been these technological changes in the past, but I think what's different about AI is it's broader, it's deeper, and it's moving faster than previous such technologies. And so in terms of mitigations, I think one is just educating people in order to use AI. There will always be people who are using AI, and helping our workers to adapt faster, I think is an important move. A second move is that we may want government to kind of find a way to level the economic playing field. And this may be a controversial proposal, but something like taxing AI companies like us, we may need to get to things that are extreme.
And that's a very interesting message coming from you, who runs an AI company. But you're doing a public service announcement for all of us in terms of this future concern. Dario, thank you so much for joining.
So let's talk. Listen, I'm not here to, um, you know, promote this as a doom and gloom video. I'm not here to scare anybody. This is more of just being aware, right? I think that's really, I can't tell you what you should take away from this video, but if I were you and you're pretty new to this in terms of AI and what's going on with the job market and how artificial intelligence may affect your, career or occupation, the whole point I'm trying to make is, or what I'm trying to say is this: being aware is to me the first step. That's what I think, right? Just being aware that this is happening, this is going to be the future. If not, if anything, this is the future right now. AI is not going anywhere. Like he just said, it's only going to get better and better. It will mature. It will become more advanced. This is the future. This is where we're heading. So, at least being aware that this is happening to me is the first step. I think that's going to help you. Okay, let me pivot to something else. Let me try this because you're aware of what's going on. It's not like you're not, Well, hopefully you watch this video. Maybe you've done some research. You watch other videos where they're discussing about AI, so you're again aware of what's taking place right now. To me, that is a first step. And sadly, a lot of people are not aware. And that's the point of this video. It is basically a public announcement, if you think about it, because a lot of people are just not, they're not understanding that this is the future. Why does it matter so much to be aware? Well, it's going to affect our livelihood for the worse or the good. It just depends on, it just depends on where you are in life. And what does that mean is, if you're working a job, an entry level job, or maybe you're in college or high school, at least being aware that the AI is going to be your competition. Well, I don't want to say it's your competition. Excuse me. Let me go back. I don't think competing with AI is a good idea because there's no competition here, right? It's better than most humans in a lot of things already. It's going to just keep getting better and better. So what I'm trying to say is, for the person that's new to the job market, whatever it is, especially the jobs that they listed that AI may actually take over. So something in finances, like accountants, certain tech jobs, software engineering or development, or even some IT, type jobs. Um, AI may take over in a few years, right? So it's best not to compete with the machine, but to utilize it, if that makes any sense. I think the people that are trying to understand the AI and utilize it, are going to be the ones that replace you, because that's where we're heading. I use AI right now. I use AI right now as we speak to create certain things that I needed to do for work or for personal reasons. So my whole point is, being aware is the first step. So that's the whole point of this video, and I'm glad I found the video that we watched together. I think that's enough information to help people realize this is the future. This is what we need to be aware of and go from there. Again, that's the first step, that you are acknowledging that this is going to be a thing in our lifetime. This is basically the new industrial revolution. Machines, robots, automation, or AI basically, it's here. So again, I think just kind of accepting that this is happening is a first step. So I don't know. I mean, I hope this makes sense. I very much hope to God more people watch this video and take action. And what action will that be or should be? I think you getting very familiar with AI, use it to your benefit, see how it works, see how it benefits you, see how it helps you with work, see how it can be used as a tool, a assistant to just further your knowledge or further your work. It does a lot, so it's just really messing with it, playing with it, get used to it, be familiar with a lot of things. Whether I'm like whether it's Gemini or Copilot, Chat GBT, DeepSeek, just getting familiar with these tools, because that's what AI is really to me, a tool, right? But it's gonna help a lot of companies and corporations save time and cost, and it's best to get involved. It's best to understand how could take advantage of this tool and benefit you. I hope I'm making sense. But real quick, my name is Ariel DeJuiced from jobsra.com. Be sure to check out my other channel on YouTube. It's called Juicy Tech. That's the name of the channel. I'll leave the link to that channel in the box below this video down there. I post a lot of things there in terms of tech, the job market. If you're looking for work, just information, just to kind of get you up and moving. If you're looking to work in the tech space, especially in IT, I post about that stuff mainly on my other channel. So I'll leave the link down below for more information of Juicy Tech, the YouTube channel. Also, my website, juicytech.com, is available. Everything's on the other channel. I'll leave the link down below in this video to access that information, and you're all set. I have a LinkedIn, I have a TikTok, I have a IG account. I'll leave everything on the other channel for more information. But again, you can find that information right now in the box below to access the other channel. Hope this made sense. I pray to God this made sense to you. I hope this benefits you in some way, shape, or form. That's really the whole intent here, that you benefit greatly from this information and you go from there. Keep evolving and keep working hard. Peace out. Much love. Thanks for watching.